Gonna be a reference for you. Okay, guys, we're gonna continue the lesson of the last week because of the failure of the Classera platform. Then we're gonna start the new one. Of course, after Christopher Columbus discovered the newfounded land or the Americas, he simply during his life he made three voyages to the Americas. After his death, exactly after 9 years of his death, another Spanish sailor whose name was Americo Vespucci, he made two more voyages and he discovered Columbus's mistake that it was not India, it was a newfounded land. Okay? طيب, if you notice, if you
يعني
have a
مستر،
look, yes.
لو سمحت يا مستر، في آخر assignment تمام، حليته أنا، فيعني كنت حالل بنفس إجابات ناس صحابي جابوا 3.2 out of 5، فأنا جبت 1.2، فده اشمعنى بقى؟
Uh, you you was here from the beginning of the lesson.
لا، كان في مشكلة في النت فلسه داخل اتأخرت شوية.
Okay, Abdurrahman, as I said, guys, the assignment, the marks of the assignment will not be calculated in your assessment. It was only just some kind of training to the next quiz in order to figure out what are the problems we're going to face, and inshallah, we will try to avoid them in the quiz.
Mr. MCQ is better than writing.
So I guess, inshallah, the quiz, all of the questions for the quiz will be MCQ and true or false. And this gonna be much easier. So we will try to avoid all the mistakes that we have faced last week for the next quiz, inshallah. And the next quiz will be about the first lesson, Voyages of Discovery, and it's gonna be next week. And inshallah, I will publish or the date will be published to you in the weekly plan. Next week, inshallah, will be the quiz, our first quiz. So back to our lesson. Americo Vespucci, he had discovered Columbus's mistake, and he made two voyages to the Americas. The first one, the one in red, he used the same route like Columbus's, and here you're gonna see that Columbus landed in the Caribbean islands. So he used the same route, and he tried to discover more of the land, and he went back over there to Spain. Later on, he traveled all the way south in order to figure out the shape of the newfounded land, and he reached the southern tip of South America. After the second voyage, he noticed and he concluded that it was not India, it's a newfounded land. يبقى what was the achievement of Amerigo Vespucci? He figured out Columbus's mistake. Okay? Balboa. The next Spanish sailor was Balboa. He simply sailed all the way to the west, okay, in order to figure out this piece of the land, especially in this city. What's the name of the country located here? Famous for a canal. There's a famous canal here. Panama Canal, exactly. So after reaching this point, he noticed that there is another ocean. Okay, there is another ocean. They must pass or go through in order to reach the eastern side of the world, or especially India. So the achievement of Balboa, that he simply noticed this ocean. What's the name of this ocean?
Pacific.
Pacific Ocean, exactly. So he was the first human being to see the Pacific Ocean. Okay? What was the achievement of Amerigo Vespucci? That he figured out Columbus's mistake, that it was not India, it was a newfoundland land. The achievement of Balboa, that he simply saw
Covered the new ocean.
the Pacific Ocean, and he gave it the title Pacific because it was calm, or from the word peaceful. Ferdinand Magellan, after figuring out that there is another ocean to cross, so he took the lead and he decided that he wanna go through the new founded or the new discovered ocean. So he figured out and he conducted a voyage out of 5 ships with 250 sailors, and he sailed all the way to the west. Of course, it was a long journey and it was difficult. During the journey, by the way, some of his crew mutant or rebelled, and he took some actions, by the way, by killing some of his crew in order to get control over the ships. And there was a shortage in food, so they started to eat rats. Of course, the ships were made out of wood, so they had a lot of rats on the ships on board, so they started to eat some until he reached Philippines, the other side of the world. Over there, ironically, they were some kind of misunderstanding with the people over there, and Magellan was killed. So one of his assistants managed to escape from this battle, and he managed to reach Spain. With how many sailors? With only 18 out of 250. They started with 250, and he managed to win back to Spain after 3 years. Only 18 sailors managed to reach Spain again, went back out of this journey. So, theoretically talking, Magellan didn't succeed to reach Spain out of his journey, but because of his achievement, because of his idea, because of his adventure, history simply granted him the fame and glory. One of the 4 reasons, the age of discovery. Ferdinand Magellan. يبقى when I ask Omar Ahmed, what was the achievement of Ferdinand Magellan, Omar? What you gonna tell me? Omar Ahmed, where are you? There is no Omar Ahmed. Maybe Omar is sleeping. Okay, Ahmed Muhammad Taha.
Yes.
What was the achievement of Ferdinand Magellan? Yes?
There was a lag.
Speak up. Can't hear
There
you.
was a lag.
Sorry?
There is a lag.
A lag?
Yes.
Lag, the sound is not clear?
Yes.
Okay, my question, guys, is simply what's the achievement of Ferdinand Magellan?
Okay.
He traveled to India through the Pacific Ocean.
Okay, we can use the term circumnavigation, or to navigate around the globe. This is called circumnavigation. He was the first one to circumnavigate the globe all the way until he reached the Philippines, or he simply reached Asia. By the achievement of Ferdinand Magellan, he was the first one to circumnavigate the globe. The achievement of Amerigo Vespucci, he discovered Columbus's mistake. The achievement of Balboa, he was the first one to see the Pacific Ocean. The achievement of Magellan, the first one to circumnavigate the globe. Is it clear? Any questions, guys? Omar, Ahmed? Yes, Omar?
لا سوري بالغلط يا مستر.
No problem. If I ask, so no questions. So it's my turn to ask, right? Badr Khalid. By the way, while asking you, أولاد, you have the chance to open your camera, if you wish. Badr Khalid, what was the achievement of Balboa? Balboa, what was his achievement?
Discovery from Spain to South Africa.
I'm talking about Balboa, not about Magellan. This is called South America.
أيوة South America.
But this was not his achievement.
Discoveries of Pacific Ocean أتوقع اسمها كده.
Thank you very much. You are the first human being to see the Pacific Ocean. Okay?
Yes. Welcome.
Okay. So when I ask Abdurrahman Nasif, what was the achievement of Amerigo Vespucci? Abdurrahman.
ايوه يا مستر ايوه.
How are you, Abdurrahman?
Nice.
Where have you been? Nice. Okay, Mr. Fine. The achievement of Amerigo Vespucci.
achievements of مستر.
Amerigo Vespucci. What was his achievement?
He saw that America is a new land, it's not India.
Thank you very much. He discovered Columbus's mistake. Okay. What about Ferdinand Magellan? If I ask Muhammad Ayman.
Circumnavigated the world.
He was the first one to circumnavigate the globe. Thank you very much. Please, ya أولاد, keep in your mind the achievement of every single one we're going to mention in our lesson, because this is important. Do not mix them together. Okay? Now I can simply tell you that we are done with Spain. And by the way, they named the new founded land, America, as an honor after his name, Amerigo Vespucci. Okay? So they have got the name Americas, or the American continent, South America and North America, from this name, Amerigo Vespucci. They name it after him. Okay? So we are done with Spain. Let's go on. England. Now, Spain had already discovered and circumnavigated the globe. Okay, so England wanna continue the map. Here, if you notice that they have reached the southern tip of South America. But what about North America? They simply know nothing about this issue. So England decided, let's sail to the north. Let's try to figure out to have the complete shape. Yani until now, ya أولاد, they only know this part of the new founded land. We want to continue the map. So England took the lead, and they sent the English sailor whose name was John Cabot. And he sailed to the west in order to discover North America. Or you can say that he sailed to Canada. On his second voyage, he went to discover North America again, but unfortunately, he didn't come back. Probably all the fleet sunk. But what was the achievement of John Cabot, guys? He discovered Canada. Thank you very much. Now here comes Sir Francis Drake. Francis Drake. Okay? His aim, he wanna continue the map from the other side. Because John Cabot didn't come back to England, so Sir Francis Drake wanna sail around the new founded land from the other side. And he started his journey by sailing to the south, by using the same route that Amerigo Vespucci discovered earlier. So he started sailing to the south, then heading north again. Unfortunately, when he reached this point, nowadays it's California. When he reached this point, he didn't manage to sail to the north anymore. Why do you think? What's here? What was the obstacle that he faced here? Use your mind a little bit.
Wind.
Wind?
Yeah, but we had no wind.
So what's the
Or
question again?
the question, why he couldn't complete his journey? His aim was to go to the north and to continue the shape of the newfounded land, to sail all the way north and complete this map. Then he can simply go back to England. But when he reached California, he couldn't finish up his journey.
Ice
Because,
Mountain.
thank you very much, because of the ice. Because of the ice, he couldn't do it. And he decided, let's go all the way to the west. And he was the second to circumnavigate the globe. But the first one was Ferdinand Magellan, and the second was Francis Drake. But this was not his aim, this was not his goal from the very beginning. His goal was simply to go all the way around the newfounded land by sailing north to continue the map. But he couldn't complete his journey because of the ice, so he decided to sail to the west. Okay. Henry Hudson. Sir Henry Hudson. By the way, he was a Dutch sailor, but he was sailing for England. Dutch. So Dutch, he came from, originally, he came from Spain, Portugal, Dutch, guys. Dutch.
Dutch.
German.
Netherlands.
Dutch, yeah.
Netherlands. Netherlands. Or later on, nowadays, in the map, by the way, if you open a modern map nowadays, you're gonna see the term Netherlands, or you're gonna see another nation. Their football team's uniform is orange, and they are famous for windmills. Starts with an H.
Oh,
Holanda.
Holland, thank you very much. So, Henry Hudson was a Dutch sailor, but he is sailing for England. His aim, guys, was a new idea. His goal was simply, of course, to reach India, but he will take a different route. All of them were sailing either to the south or even to the west, but he decided to go all the way to the north, okay, by sailing around Europe. So he started his voyage from England and he went all the way to the north around Europe. Unfortunately, he couldn't do it. Why do you think?
Ice.
Exactly, because of the ice. And he simply went back to England again. Okay? يبقى his aim and his goal is to go to the north side, to sail around Europe, in order to find a shorter route that he can reach India. But he couldn't do it because of the ice, and he went back to England again. And remember, he was a Dutch sailor, but he was sailing for England. Okay, so now Muhammad Yusuf. What do you think, Muhammad Yusuf, the achievement of John Cabot was? What was his achievement? John Cabot. John Cabot, his achievement. Muhammad Yusuf. Sleepy Muhammad. By the way, guys, by the way, inshallah, in your assessment, يعني the marks you will get, it will not be for only the quiz or even the exam. It will be for your participation too and for your behavior. So please, يعني try to pay me some attention. I have just said this piece of information, by the way.
want to discover Canada.
Sorry? Are you Muhammad Yusuf?
First one to discover Canada.
Exactly. So John Cabot, his achievement was discovering Canada. Okay. Let's continue. So we are done with Portugal, Spain, England, France. Of course, France want to participate in the voyages of exploration or the voyages of discovery. Their navigator was Jacques Cartier. So Jacques Cartier went to Canada, as we said. Canada was discovered by John Cabot. But Jacques Cartier want to go deeper a little bit in the land. Okay? His aim and his goal, he had an idea in his mind. Maybe I will find a water route here so I can reach the other side of the world. Theoretically talking, he was right. But unfortunately, he had no idea that there is no water passage to go to the other side of North America. Okay? Netherlands. Again, Netherlands, guys, is... Wait. Do not tell me. I will ask... Let me see. I will ask Muhammad Omar. Muhammad Omar, what's Netherlands? If I have the chance to see the map nowadays, I will find a country named Netherlands.
Yes.
Sure. Where I'm gonna find it? In Africa?
In
Asia?
Europe.
طيب. By the way, there is no Netherlands nowadays. It has a different name. Let me ask Abdurrahman Nasser. Abdurrahman, what's Netherlands nowadays?
مستر حضرتك سألتني من دقيقتين.
Oh my God, the same question? Sorry. It's my mistake. Do not answer it, okay? Walid Assam. Walid. What's Netherlands?
The name of it right now?
Yes.
Holland.
Thank you very much. Is it
Why
hard?
did they change the name? Or why is
I
it known as
tell you the
Holland?
story later on. Later on, I will tell you what really happened. Okay? Henry Hudson, the same sailor who was sailing for England, but now he is sailing for his home country, for Netherlands. So he went deeper in North America and he discovered the Hudson River and the Hudson Bay. Until now, guys, we are still using these names, the Hudson Bay and the Hudson River. Have you ever heard the name Hudson River before?
Yes, mister. It's in the United States.
Of course, New York, the Hudson Bay and the Hudson River. Okay, they were named after him because this is fame and glory because he simply was the first one to discover and explore this area. Okay, now I can tell you that we have reached the end of our first lesson, Voyages of Discovery. It's located in chapter 16, section 1, our first lesson this year. If you have any question regarding this lesson, please be my guest. It's your chance now.
I have a question.
Be my guest.
Henry discovered Netherlands and what?
Oh my God. Henry Hudson didn't discover Netherlands. Netherlands, يا أولاد, is in Europe. Okay?
Hudson Bay.
That's it. He discovered the Hudson Bay and the Hudson River.
Hudson River.
That's it.
And discovered what?
That's it.
Just
Hudson Bay and Hudson River.
Okay.
The same like Jacques Cartier. His aim was simply, after discovering the Hudson River, he thought that if he used the water route, by the water route I mean the river, which was named later after his name. If he used the river, he can simply go to the other side of the continent. This was his aim, but unfortunately, can't be done. As a reminder.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, welcome. As a reminder, the achievement of Balboa is to discover the Pacific Ocean. Thank you very much. The achievement of Amerigo Vespucci.
The Columbus mistake.
He discovered Columbus's mistake. Yusuf Muhammad, the achievement of Ferdinand Magellan. Yusuf. Sleepy Yusuf. There is no Yusuf.
First, circumnavigate
the globe. Thank
Yes.
you.
Sir,
So the first one, yes.
I can answer after you recap real quick. Can you tell me why was Holland named? Why was Netherlands named Holland?
Unfortunately, we do not have time. We have only a couple of minutes left. Later on, and be patient. Later on, I will tell you a lot of stories about history. Do not.
Yeah, I always
the
remember it as Netherlands. Like it's okay, fam.
Sure.
Yes, I do remember as Netherlands.
Yes, but nowadays it's Holland. Thank you very much, guys. Keep in your mind that after studying the lesson, you have to answer the questions of the practice sheets questions. It's for your reference, and inshallah, I will upload to you the model answers. Next week, inshallah, we're going to have our first
Where is the
about
practice
this
sheet reference?
It's in the same location. يعني, have you seen the presentation in the course material section?
In course materials, okay.
Yes, of course. Next to the presentation, you're going to see the practice sheets. And inshallah, in the same place, I will upload the model answers for these sheets. Thank you very much, guys. Until we meet again next lesson, have a nice time. Thank you. And goodbye.
Mr. Bye. Salam.